Greetings, diehards. It's your boy Ewood, the Any Star, host of the DiehardKnicks podcast. Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about our guy. We got a new signing today. The rules of the NBA this year are weird because usually around this time you're not gonna be able to sign guys and have them available for the playoffs. But we just signed a European guy, one of the top European guys, quote unquote. So they say, that was available. It is what it is. We'll talk about him. His name is Luca Vildoza. So without further ado, DiehardKnicks podcast talking about Luca Vildoza. Let's get it. So if you don't know by now, we are welcoming Luca Vildoza to the Knicks, man. Luca Vildoza signed a 4-year contract uh, worth approximately 13.6 million. You know, it is what it is. Not really that crazy of a contract. It's basically a minimum type deal. He's a point guard or he's a shooting guard. We don't really know yet. We'll really figure that out as time goes on. A lot of people keep talking about Prigioni. This is the little thumbnail that I made there. So, Prigioni was jacked back then, man. He was always in great shape. So this is his mentor, man. This is a guy that he looked up to. There's another picture of him when he was younger, much younger, had a lot of baby fat on him, and Pablo was his coach at the time. So this is somebody that he grew up with. Obviously, they're from the same part of the world, Argentina. If I'm not mistaken, Pablo's from Argentina. But let's just get right into it. I'm doing it, looking at it just like you guys, man. I'm gonna go straight to Google and just pull up what you see when you type in Luca Vildoza. So here you go, Luca Vildoza. The first article that I saw was the New York Post article, which I would not click. I clicked it already. ESPN also popped in and said what they had to say. Yahoo Sports too, with all the colorful articles and stuff like that, they said what they had to say. But here's the important part here. 25 years old. He's like 2 years older than Obi Toppin. He's 6'3", 190, so that's decent size to him. What else is going on here? He played, these guys, they play professional from young, man. So he's been playing professional for a little while. He has a lot of experience playing with a lot of big teams over there. Basconia, that was his last team that he was on. And, that's really it when it comes to that. So as you scroll down, the meat of the thing is right here, Basketball Reference. We're gonna find a little bit more about the dude. So there's one thing about him that I just noticed is that these European players, their stats are never like eye dropping. They never jaw dropping stats really. Look at the minutes in Europe. They don't really play a lot of minutes. They play 25, 23. Because that's just the way they do it over there. I don't think they play 48-minute games. They play a little bit less. I think 40-minute games, if I'm not mistaken. But they distribute the minutes a little bit different over there. They don't play all their guys. Let's say it's a 40-minute game, they're not going to play them 35 minutes and stuff like that. They like to rest their players and play longer benches and things of that nature, rest guys and stuff. So that's what we brought to the NBA with the new with the load management stuff. As you can see, not really a lot of big time scoring years. He got 4 points per game when he first started off. Now he's topping off at 10 points a game in about 25, 23 minutes. The assists don't really jump at you either. 3.7, 3.4. So shout out to Andy, man, because Andy always brings up the fact that Europe just counts their assists a little bit different than we do. So like the NBA, you can get the ball, take a dribble, 2 steps, and then still can extend out, and they call that an assist. A lot of times, stuff that you don't think is an assist off the bat, the NBA counts it as an assist, man. So it's the NBA is kind of flawed in that regard. But in Europe, you have to score immediately as soon as you get the ball. That's how they count assists. So he has 3.4 and 3.7 for the last 2 years. Through with his team these European names, I'll never get it right, man. Baskonia. So he's actually been playing with that team for 3 years, 3 years or 4 years. Because they in Europe, the NBA is kind of taking some of the stuff that they do. They're doing a playing tournament at the end of the year. The NBA is trying to have a mid-season tournament too at some point. But that's what European basketball does. They'll have the EuroLeague, they'll have the Liga, ACB, the FIBA World Cup, and all this other stuff. They have so many different leagues and championships that they play, in their over there in their part of the world. So look forward to the future. That might be the future of the NBA. I'm looking at his steals. 1.6 steals is pretty good, man. A steal is a steal, no matter what you say in any language. So that jumps out at me too. So he is an active defender. Turnovers, it's kind of high, maybe two to three. 2 turnovers to 3 assists. Like I said, I'm just looking at it just like how you guys are. Free throw percentage is decent. 2 point field goal percentage is about right for a guard. 3 point percentage is not jumping out at you, but 35, 37, 35% for his career. For his attempts, he attempts just about 4.5 and 4.8. And then his regular field goal percentage is about 42, 41. So field goal percentage is not really that great. As you scroll up, you can see a lot of 30s, some fives, you know what I'm saying? But that'll be up and down according to the way Europeans play. Look at how many games they play. 31, 27, 16. It's just kind of weird how they do things. But like I said, two different leagues in 1 year. So that's 31 plus 27. Still not even close to the amount of games the Knicks it's gonna be the NBA plays. Even though we're playing 72 games, 31 plus 27 is not 72. So they don't play as much games over there either. So it's just a different animal over there in Europe. But here's one thing that I noticed when I was scrolling the last time I came up on here. Let's just look at their team and see what's going on here. What kind of teammates was he playing with? So as you can look at the per game, let's make sure you guys can see this here. As you look at the per game, these are his teammates here. You got 12 points, 11, 10, 10. That's the points per game on the side there. Look at the steals. What's his name? Luca is right here. Look at his steals, 1.6. Look at the assists, 3.4. But as you look up, the next guy above him, 7 assists. Above their steals is 1.8. 10.6 for the points as well. Check out the turnovers. There's a little bit more turnovers, but he has way more assists, 7 assists. So my question to you is, we're looking at that dude, but who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Free throw percentage is 80%. 2-point percentage is 51%. 32% from three. And just check it out. Regular field goal percentage is 45%. So this guy above Luka his name is Pierre. The European names I'll never get. Henry. So he's got to be either like some kind of an American or like his parents is some kind of English or whatever. I don't know. We'll click it in a second. But that kind of jumps out at me. That player. So I'm just gonna click him to see what's going on with him, because we're looking at Luka to be a point guard, but this guy is actually averaging more assists than him. How old is this guy? His name is Pierre Henry. He's actually 28 and he's 6'4", so he's an inch taller and a little bit older, 28 years old. So for his career, we'll do the per game, same thing. Scroll it up. Points per game is not so much, just regular. But looking at the assists, this is about the same and all that. But how come no one's talking about this dude? That always bugs me out. Like they'll say one dude is a little bit more like coveted throughout the league and stuff like that. But then you look at his team and you see other players playing better than him. Not playing better than him, but averaging more stats and stuff. So this is interesting. Maybe when I look at highlights in a second, I'll talk about Henry in a second. But this is interesting, man. I'll go back to see some of the other players here. Like I said, they tend to use more players. If you look at the minutes are just spread out all across the board. 28, 29, all the way down to 16. So these guys are basically playing almost equal minutes, for the most part. That's why these stats are not really like going crazy. But I mean, if you were to boost these guys to like a 36%, 30 minutes per game type of thing, now look at the stats. Now the stats kind of look more NBA like. And this guy Henry is averaging 14 and 9. Here's Luka, 14 and 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting how certain guys get more shine than others. How come this guy is in the news, but his teammate putting up better numbers is not talked about. So I just wanted to make that point in this video because I see other people making videos and stuff too. I haven't had a chance to really look at anybody else's stuff, but I just wanted to make that point in this video. Just his teammates and stuff. So while I'm talking about him, let's just get into some highlights and stuff. So like I said, I'm looking at it just like you guys, man. So when you come onto the DiehardKnicks podcast, it's kind of ghetto a little bit. I don't have any crazy things going on, but I'm kind of just doing my thing, and I don't really care, man. You follow along with me, and let's enjoy this together. This is YouTube, of course. We'll make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. I'll just play a little bit of his highlights, man. So I'm just gonna push play on this. Watch his first move. I gotta make sure I turn that. Wow, that's a good move, man. Make sure I turn this sound down for myself because I know it's blowing my ears out. But that move was nice, man. I want to see it again. So he starts off low. Nice little move. Nice little fake move. Fake jump shot into a crossover, spin move, pull up jump shot in the paint. Looks nice, man. He has a little spice to his game. That's Argentina for you. Shout out to Pablo. Pablo had a little spice in the passing and stuff like that. Of course, Manu Ginobili. He has a lot of NBA game. He kind of, not for nothing. If you watch him play, he kind of reminds me of the guy that the Knicks are going to play against Denver, Mr. Austin Rivers, former Knick. He has a little Austin Rivers in his game, kind of body, everything. Just the way his arms are, how he dribbles. He kind of dribbles up high. He looks decent. I like him. Seems to be fearless, in the way that he plays. Very decisive. Being decisive is one thing. So that being decisive is what's going to make him better than Austin. So if we get in a guy that's Austin Rivers, but with a little bit more, I want to say, I don't want to say courage because Austin Rivers is not afraid to play, but it's just that when he does play, you see why that he keeps bouncing around the league because Austin Rivers doesn't play hard all the time. Sometimes he look like he just kind of just going through the motions, and then out of nowhere he'll get 40 points. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm just making that big comparison there that this dude definitely looks like Austin Rivers a lot to me. So all his dribble moves and said Austin had all that the splitting the defense, driving to the basket. That guy with the ball that had just passed to Luka, that was Henry. That was the dude Henry that I was talking about. It's the guy with the dreads there. So just do your own research and check that guy out. I'm enjoying the highlights, man. The guy keeps his head up with the dribble, drives hard, a lot of flair to his game. I'm just looking at the point guard skills too, man. Because even though he's making these moves, as he is leaving guys open, so you make these shots in these highlights, man. But is he one of those guys that holds the ball too long? Because I see guys open, and he just kind of got his head up, but when he drives, it seems like he just one track minded. There, he was gonna make the alley oop the whole way, Nice little dribble, man. Behind he got his head up, making all these different moves and stuff, man. So he's good. This is a good player. We're getting him at 25. I was reading articles about him, Instagram posts as well, going through his thing. He actually made a post on Instagram thanking his team, his European team. He was just saying that the NBA is his dream. There's always his dream as a kid to be here, man. So dreams come true, man. He followed the footsteps of his mentor, Pablo. Played for the same team that Pablo played for before he came over, and now he's basically following in his footsteps, playing for the same team. So it's nice, man. He has a lot of good basketball skills, man. When he makes the passes, the nice clean passes. But I want to say that he might be more of a combo guard. There goes Henry again. That's the one that passed it to Luka just now. Just very decisive. He gets the ball, and you can see that he's just ready to get busy, man. Look at that. Like nice decisive move, clean alley-oop. I like the dude, man. I like him a lot. So my thing is how is this guy going to be ready for the playoffs, man? I don't understand how the NBA, I guess, everything is COVID related and shit like that. But, I don't understand how these players could be ready for the playoffs like this. We got we got less than 10 games. I want to say the Knicks got 6 games now. After tonight, we'll have 6 games, I believe. 5 or 6 games after tonight. So it's just interesting, man. I enjoy. He's a very active player. Like I said, very decisive. We'll get a chance to see him, hopefully, in enough games. We signed him for 4 years. That's interesting, man. So I would like to see if any of those years are non-guaranteed and things of that nature. as the video finishes. Shout out to I'll post the whoever's video that is there. Just make sure. Let me see who this belongs to. This is Real SPG Highlights. So just wanted to show you that. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to Luca, man. This is the kid, Luca Vildoza. Kind of like a Prigioni clone is what everybody keeps saying, but he looks like Austin Rivers, man. So we'll see how that goes. And before we get out of here, of course, I gotta say what up to whoever popped in here on these comments, man. So we got Brandon Graham. Thank you. Looking for this level of analysis. Thank you, sir. Man, you guys are funny. Scouts, yes. Keep up the good work, man. New subscriber. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you, man. I keep it as low budget as possible. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I don't have time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can get into it, but I can, you can waste so much time or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not a young dude, man. I got other things to do in my life. To like, paint sculptures on my computer screen, man. So I hope you guys appreciate the way that I do things here, man. So this is my man Uncle Fulio. Shout out to Uncle Fulio, Ben Dolan. Man, salute to you, brother, man. We got to do something soon. Who is Dolan? I don't know. Ex Uncle Fulio. Just an asshole. Yeah, man. Got to keep the curses coming, man. I love to curse on this thing. So anyway, man, thanks for tuning in. This post is all about Luka. If you missed the live, just check out the replay, man. See what I had to say about it. And I'm kind of excited about it, man. The kid, he's a nice, handsome looking motherfucker too, man. So that'll hopefully bring some more clientele to MSG and keep you young guys happy, man. So without further ado, it's your boy Ebru. We playing Denver. That's the next game. It's actually, the timestamp is 8:52 right now. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. My eyes are already bloodshot red as it is. And the Knicks, I'll be on at 10 p.m. for the halftime to crunch time show. I don't know who will pop in during that time, man, but I start off with the halftime show and I go from halftime to crunch time. So tune in for that. That's the halftime of every Knicks game. And yeah, man, Luka, welcome to the Knicks. Evil out. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb. Salute. See you guys in the next one. Bye.